Hey guys, welcome back to Field of Drive, and today we are back karting at TeamSport Docklands. This time around we're there for 4 15-minute races, no practice, no quali, just straight in racing. It was quite strange because we arrived with like 5 minutes to go, quickly got dressed and just got straight out on track. So I was spending a lot of the time in the car just breathing, calming down to get ready to send it. So after watching back footage from the previous session and getting some tips from my friend Matt, I decided to use race 1 as a practice to try and feel the kart on the edge, trying to get the back to slide under braking and to turn the kart at the hairpins in order to gain some time. So just before we start the race, if you want to see more of these videos, then please leave a like and subscribe down below to be If you want to see more of these videos, then please leave a like to be notified. If you want to see more of these videos, then please leave a like and subscribe to be notified when a new video drops. So here we go, lights out, and I couldn't see the lights, so I had to put my head up and then I could see them, and then they turned green and we're off. You can see Matt immediately going down the middle and getting the outside line into turn 2. I stick on the inside. It's quite tight there, we're pushing and shoving, and I've lost 5 places, I think. 5 places in the space of a couple turns. So that's great. But anyway, we're following the pack, got a nice exit out of that double hairpin, going down to turn 10, trying to feel the kart out, warm the tyres up, and I've not raced against any of these people before, apart from Matt. And I actually find out later that I do race against a couple other people that are really fast and way ahead by now. So anyway, we're here, get a nice tight entry to there, keeping it tight and smooth through there. You see the kart ahead of us is a little bit leery, so we're chasing them down. They go wide to avoid a kart, and we take the inside line and gain 2 places. Now we're chasing down the guy in the blue suit. And we're just trying to look behind us a little bit, but it's still good. Kart's still warming up. Now at that hairpin is where I'm trying to get the kart sideways under braking. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm just trying to feel exactly where and how long to press the brake for to get the kart to slide out without losing too much speed. And the kart felt pretty good, no complaints, just jumped straight in. Now here is one of my biggest faults of the day. I was taking apex way too early into that turn. I lost a lot of time for it. So the guy in the blue suit has made an overtake, which slowed them both down and let me catch up. So I'm right behind here, focusing on getting through, but as you can see there's someone right behind me. So again, I'm just following the lines, they're battling, which is keeping them close, so they go side by side through here, and getting really close to them through here. You can't make an overtake unless they make a mistake. Still nothing here, so we're just biding our time, waiting for a mistake. They're being aggressive, so at some point we might be able to get through just on opportunity. Again, we closed up to them really well there, so I had a nice slide to turn the kart. Now I'm wagging my finger saying let's just go forwards, please. So he dives up the inside, absolutely sends it, and I get sent on the inside of here as well. Just left the door wide open, and you can see him sliding the kart on entry, and he started to pull away from me already. So now I'm back in the same position that I was, but 1 kart behind. So there is a slower kart ahead, but I've just not been able to catch and overtake them. So I'm hoping that now, again, I can. And Defending has been atrocious. I've let two people just send it up the inside and overtake me. I don't know if my car had a little less power than the others, but I just assumed that I was driving badly, because it is probably my fault. So yeah, defending has been absolutely atrocious, but these two ahead are going to be battling, so hopefully they don't pull ahead too much from me. And you can see we're still kind of close. They're not too far ahead, but definitely no moves being made from this distance. And you can see the gap that they've pulled after turn 3 and 4. And here he goes for the move and just punts him, so I get one position back, and now I'm chasing this guy down. I know he's faster than me, but maybe I can hang on, and there's an opportunity there somewhere. And I'm quite happy that I'm staying close through turn 1 and 2. Turn 3 here, we're close as well. But now here, he takes a much later apex, gets a way better exit, and he's gapped me. And that extra speed he's carrying through the corner by sliding and the wider entry has just let him pull away. Now he's not gone miles. I've managed to, bring it back a tiny bit in some corners, but the way he's carrying on, I'm gone. Now that is exactly what I need to be doing. That sideways entry into the final hairpin is what I need to be doing, and that's what I'm trying to do in this first race. And trying to do it without losing too much speed, because you can easily lock up the brakes and just slide and scrub all your speed. So it takes a lot of practice, and for me it was kind of high risk, high reward, because either I'd get it right and my lap times would be good, or I'd get it very wrong and just scrub all my speed. And this is pretty much where I sit for the rest of the race. I'm trying to keep up with the guy ahead, watch his lines, and ultimately I'm reminding myself that this was my practice race. I need to practice sliding the kart, feeling the limit, and then in the other races I can go for it. So the only other action left is we pass a back marker, and that's it. So we finished 7th with a fastest lap of a 49.684, and it was my only 49 lap of the session. My previous fastest lap in the video before was a 49.709, so I was not a tenth quicker, but 200ths of a second quicker, which I don't know where I got, but hey, we made it. So let's have a look at that lap. So coming into the final hairpin, you can see we're using very little steering input on entry, rotating the kart with the brakes. New skill unlocked, I think. The speed looks good on exit, but there's some oversteer, likely from carrying more speed. So we go around the back turn into turn 1. We keep it tight on both apexes, using the brake to turn in on the first turn. We get a little sideways on the entry for turn 4. But it means we have a bit of a straighter exit for the next corner, and consequently the straight. Up the ramp, you want it as close as possible to this apex. Let it slide out to get good entry for this double hairpin here. On the way down, dab the brakes before you hit the flat, go around nice and smooth, getting as close as possible to that barrier. Again, slide the kart in, keep it smooth. Here's the back marker that we're going to overtake. It's punching a little bit of a hole through the air, giving us some more speed. And that was the fastest lap of the first race for us. But here we go, the back marker's there. Now, we're watching his lines, trying to keep it smooth, because the best way to go faster is to go smooth. And you can see here we've caught up to him already, right behind him, not enough exit speed to catch him. Here he goes wide, and we take the inside line, and we'll have that Thank you very much. Big slide there, that's not what you want to do on that hairpin. That's the exact opposite of what you want to do. So that concludes race 1. As I said, finished 7th, and here are the lessons for this race. That I need to get a better position at the start for going through turns 4 and 5, which are actually turns like 2 and 3 at race start, but 4 and 5 in the actual lap. I need to defend a lot better, and sliding on some corner entry is faster. You need to work out which ones and how much to slide. Still trying to find that balance. So on to race 2, we're starting in 3rd position on the outside line again. And we get a decent start and we push right towards the middle but get overtaken by 2 karts, and we've got a whole gaggle behind us. Keep the inside line for the first turn, try to keep it tight on the second one, but we get taken up by the guy in the green. So a bit of a better start, lost fewer places, but not great. So here there's some contact, and you can't capitalise on anything, wasn't carrying enough speed. Went a bit wide there with the slide, into the middle to defend, taking very slow, tight line through that hairpin. Not ideal. And now we're chasing down the kart ahead. So we pull off the switchback here, keep it easy into turn 1 and out of turn 2. Through turn 3, push to the outside, and then we go again. Turn 4 is just early every time, and you can see me hitting the steering wheel. Not happy about that. But we're catching the kart ahead, and you can see big slide from that guy, big slide there as well. And we're too close to capitalise on it. So again, having to take the inside line here to defend, into the middle, decent entry that time, so we've got a good exit, then we got bumped from behind, but still, if I can catch the guy ahead and put that kart between me and the guy behind, I have some breathing room. That is the idea, anyway. So coming into turn 1, keep it nice and clean, a little bit wide there. And you can see he hits the barrier, so he scrubs some speed. We throw it down the inside for turn 3. Kart's oversteering a little bit, tyres are still cold, and we are now ahead. So now we can focus on pumping in some really good lap times, pulling out some sort of gap, so that we're not getting pressured constantly. The kart feels nice, it feels fast, and I'm getting used to the feeling of the braking, getting the kart sliding where I want it to. I'm also keeping that hairpin really tight, and I think that if I open it up a little bit more and slide, it'll be faster. But that's for next time at this point. So while I'm in the clean air, I get a 49.779. So not long after, we've got a kart right behind us that we're trying to defend from. Up here, pretty safe from any moves unless someone's alongside you. Keeping a tight line here, you can run it to the outside because you've got the momentum. Middle line, taking it out for the racing line. And they're right there on the inside, not close enough to get to us, so we make a decent dive into that hairpin. But stupidly, I look back and hit the wall. So that scrubs some speed, and they are closing up to us. Brake a little bit late. They go for the switchback, but we keep a tight line so they can't switch back again, and we keep the position just about. You can see super tight line here. Managed to keep the position again. So here I'm trying to cover the middle of the track so they can't get past, and then swing out to the outside so that I can take some sort of racing line into turn 10. But again, they're right on my tail. Here they go, they're on the outside. So brake deep, cover the inside for the second hairpin, and, well, they're still just stuck right on my bumper. I'm not exactly sure where or if I'm making any time, but whatever I do, they seem to be right behind me. I'm taking very defensive lines. See, they're on the outside there trying to switch it. Again, on the outside, let it run out a little bit more just to defend that line, but they're still right behind me. For this section, you're pretty safe unless you make a massive mistake or your car is a dud. Don't hit the barriers there and you're pretty safe. Again, he's getting good exits. And here, I went too far out to the racing line and he went for the switchback and got it. Very well done, very good move. I'd been defending exactly the same way. I'm frustrated at myself, you can see. But I'd been defending the same way for the last few laps. He read it and went for it. And you can see his slide into turn 1 is exactly what I need to be doing. And you can see the gap that he's pulled just from carrying that speed and having that extra straight line movement to be able to build up speed on the exit. He's gone now. There's nothing I can do, really. No rest as there's another car close behind. So we get through here nicely, keeping it smooth. Have a quick look behind at some point. There we go. You can see him in the distance, or right in the corner. Have another cheeky look. Shaking my head, not happy. Have to defend again. And at this point, trying to drive the car as fast as I can. I'm taking the wider lines because I'm not defending directly right now. A little bit sideways on exit there. Big slide into here, scrubbing all my speed. And that just kind of nailed in the coffin, brought the car right up to our bumper. Here you can see that coming up behind us, we keep an inside line here. Let it run to the apex of the next corner. And just about keep the position. No, we're good. We're good for now. Again, they were probably too far to make a lunge, but I take the inside line, a little bit of oversteer, make it out. I think we're doing alright. We've not been swallowed entirely. We're not exactly pulling out a gap either. So through this double hairpin, we caught a little bit of a gap. Still taking a defensive line through 10. It's a slower line, which is why they keep catching up. Really tight line there. Keeping it close, not letting them get through at all. Sticking to the inside line here. Carrying a bit more speed through there. That was a nice section. But they're still right behind us. And again, oversteer there, they're catching up. They can see the gap. They've gone for it. You know, there's no point swinging over and trying to bump into them. They've got the position. But here we go. Let's watch their lines. So he gets a little bit of a sideways entry. And then massive sideways entry into there. And that's exactly what I need to be copying. So in a way it's good that I'm watching the faster people so close ahead of me. So I can see how they're driving their lines. And try to mimic it. Also, I'm trying not to get swallowed up and overtaken by everyone on track. And guess what? We're defending again. So we have a nice entry into the double hairpin. Good exit. As we come up to turn 1, just focused on going ahead. That's what we want to do. We don't want to look behind us. But lo and behold, there's a big shadow, and it's another kart. So, Turn 3, nice. Oh, a bit slidey on exit there. Not happy with that at all. They've closed in. No. Not a good day for us at all. Just trying to hit the apexes, keep momentum going. Try not to oversteer too much and lose time when I don't need to. That was a really nice entry, really good exit. But he's still behind us. And he's alongside us here, so we take a tight turn 1, let it slide out a little bit to cover the switchback. That was all completely controlled. He's taking the racing line into turn 3, I'm taking the defensive line, and you can see he's just stuck to the rear bumper. Again, so you can't really overtake there, so we're getting good exit. Bit sideways there, and they're alongside us here, so we brake deep, keep it tight, not let him get through, and he decided against it. Yep, very happy with that. Nod of approval for a good defence there. But again, really super defensive line, which is probably keeping him a lot closer than he needs to be. And yeah, I let the car run out wide to build up some speed, but he had a much better exit, took the inside line. We bump here, which gives him a push, and he's gone. You can see here, close the gap right down, and we're super close again. So that little bump that I gave him, that gap has just disappeared on the mezzanine. And again, through here, it looks like I'm just faster. His exit seems to be a tiny bit better as he's getting a little bit more room to breathe. But he is definitely faster through turn 1, 2, and then 4, 5, 6. Or 3, 4, 5. That's 3. Yeah, 4, much later exit, or entry even, and he's just out. But again, you'll see the gap disappear as we come around the mezzanine. But alas, we cannot get past him. Maybe a couple of clean laps and we would have managed to catch up to him, but even with those clean laps, it wasn't enough. He managed to pull out a nice gap, and that was it. So our final lap is the fastest lap for both of us, and we get a 49.706, and the kart in front gets a 49.526. So at this point we're faster than the people who've karted a couple times at this track, like ourselves, but we're slowest of the more experienced karters, but not by much, which is a really good sign. We're in the 49s 3 times in this second race and consistently in the 50s. And bearing in mind that that was defending, it puts us in a good position to hit the 49s more. If we're not defending, we have some more clear running, we're attacking. There are 2 more races, but I'll put those in another video as we get our best result, and it definitely needs its own video. So I hope you all enjoyed it, and maybe you learnt something, maybe you'll see me on track. If you like the video, please leave a like below, and if you want to see more, then be sure to subscribe. This is high adrenaline, brilliant racing from the members at TeamSport Docklands, and I will catch you guys in the next video. See ya! When I